If your book is being turned into an audiobook, you as the author need to be listening through it before you okay it with your narrator. But should you also have beta listeners listening to your audiobook before you okay it with that narrator? I think that the answer is absolutely yes. The same way that you would hand your final copy of your book to several people to proofread to look for any silly little typos or mistakes before it goes to publication after it's been through your editor, you also want to have additional ears listening to your audiobooks. And that's because we as the authors can get really, really attached to something. We can get really, really into something. We can easily overlook something. You want as many ears as possible that you trust to listen before you okay it and have those final files delivered to you to then go out for publication. Once you okay it with your narrator, you are stuck. So if you find that some people are not liking this or it doesn't match the book or whatever it happens to be, you can't really go back and be like, hey, listen, you messed up. Can you fix this? You've already okayed it. So I recommend that as an author, you are listening through it. Now, this is a several-hour process. I understand that. It's a lot. And if you are doing it in one sitting, it can then become a lot. And if you're breaking it up, you can easily miss things. So as many ears as possible is going to work to your benefit. So what I would like to see you do is when you get those files, you are going to sit down and you're going to go over it. Open up the copy of your book, and you're going to read through your book while the audiobook narrator is reading through it. You're going to make sure pronunciations are correct. You are going to make sure that there are no missed words or misspoken words that you're uncomfortable with, because a lot of people will listen to audiobooks in the car while they're doing things. They're not actually reading the book and listening, but there are some people who do, and those people are the ones that will crucify you in the reviews if the narrator gets a word or a sentence or something incorrect. So you want to make sure that you have your face in the book and you are following along line for line and paying attention to what is being said. But again, that can be a lot for a person. It is multiple hours of listening to somebody read a book. That's a lot of time, a lot of effort spent reading things when you could be doing other things, and it's going to have some things that are potentially missed. So get other people in on the party. I might catch one thing, my listener might catch another thing, listener 2 might catch another thing. Some people will catch the same things. It's one of those things where you want to make sure that you are getting as many ears as possible and then checking those things before you send to the narrator. So as you're getting notes back from your listeners, your beta listeners, you want to make sure that you are getting the specific lines. So have them copy the entire sentence and the page numbers or the chapters or whatever it happens to be, so that you can easily go and find it and then have the narrator correct it. Again, you have to okay things with the narrator before anything is finalized, so you want to catch those things early on, because once it's done, it is done. Now, if you have questions on working with narrators, we have an actual playlist with multiple professional narrators coming to give you advice, break down the behind the scenes, and show you exactly how audiobooks are going to work and how you as the author can be working with audiobook narrators. So drop your questions down below. We'll have more professional narrators come back and making sure we're getting all of your questions answered, plus tips on how to market and work with audiobooks and get those audiobook sales. We will see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you from your writing to your publishing to your marketing to make this your most profitable year ever. We'll see you then.